This program is brought to you by UCKG.
So as you can see, we are getting ready. We'll soon be ready with our guest, Ajani. He's going to be sharing his life, how he managed to overcome addiction, overcome gangs, fraud, almost being arrested. His life was chaotic, but he's going to enlighten you how he managed to overcome. Our program this evening is going to be very interesting. Stay with us because soon we are going to be in our studio with everything ready. We'll be back.
Hi, welcome. This is your program, Finding Answers. And we are here tonight, as Pastor Remar was saying previously, with a wonderful testimony. You know, from a life of crime to a life of faith. Is it possible that a person that has been engaged with all that is bad, with all that is not good, you know, all that it has hurt his life, you know, hurt himself in society, is it possible for this person to redeem herself and become a new person? Maybe you're watching us right now in this moment and you feel like you lost everything. You feel you lost everything and you have no more hope because you think that you can't redeem yourself. Pastor Rainmark, good evening.
Good evening, Pastor David.
And how many people are like this, feeling that there is no way out? Imagine a person in a life of crime, now in a life of faith. Is it possible for a person to change a life?
Of course it's possible. The only difficulty is that when the person becomes used to, or you know, when that life becomes like, how can I say, the person becomes used to that life. They live that life for a certain time. Regardless, whether it's crime, whether it's sickness, whether it's any kind of, after the certain person live that life for a certain time, the tendency is to feel like there's no way out. And sometimes the person even try. Maybe you have tried, maybe people have tried to help you. For example, people try to help Ajani. He had people that loved him, that wanted to help him. But after it becomes for a certain period of time, the tendency is for you to think that there is no way out. But this evening we're here to show you. Someone is going to show you. We're not only going to tell you, we're going to show you that there is a way out. We're going to prove to you that there is a way out of whatever situation this person is facing, Pastor David.
Yeah, because there is nothing impossible to faith. Faith can make all things possible. I want to address myself to you who is at home right now. Yes, you just tune in. I want to tell you this, that your life, no matter how big your problem may be, it doesn't matter how hard it has been your obstacles, and it doesn't matter your past. What you have done yesterday, you know, you cannot go back. What I did yesterday, if I want to go back to yesterday, I can't. It's past, it's gone. I can't do anything about yesterday, but I can do something about tomorrow. And my tomorrow, the decision or the influence of my tomorrow starts today, starts now. So if you're watching us right now and you ask yourself, there is a way out for me? Is there a solution? You know, maybe you have been involved in drugs. Maybe you have been involved in prostitution. Maybe you are going, you know, through a life of crime yourself, or you have a family member who is going through that kind of, you know, gang lifestyle. Maybe you have someone who is very sick in the hospital right now. Maybe you have someone that's in your family that is about to die and you don't know, you feel like you're losing hope. You feel like you're losing everything in your life. Everything is crumbling apart. Maybe you have lost your job. Maybe you have lost your business. Maybe you even feel like you have lost your dignity. You know, it is possible to change. It's possible to turn the situation around. And now we are here tonight to let you know that even though there are many people who say it can't, it's hard, it's difficult, it's nearly impossible, we are here tonight to tell you that it is possible through the power of faith in God. When we exercise our faith in God, we see results. And to prove to you that results happens, please watch this testimony now, because in a few minutes we are going to go and talk to our live guest. But watch this testimony. I'm coming back after this testimony because I want to tell you something that is of great news for you and for your life. Let's watch.
There were several bad moments. I used to attack my husband. He hit me and then I retaliated. Since then, every time he got angry, I got even angrier. I attacked him with a knife, baseball bat, alcohol bottle, anything that came to hand. We were both alcoholics, but he wouldn't admit it and I didn't recognize it. And also when I was told at the hospital that my blood problem was incurable, that's the one that got me down. It dawned on me that it wasn't helping the children, so I left. I left my husband. My mother's side of the family, my family, they were alcoholics. They drank a lot, every day. Well, coming from an alcoholic family, it seemed normal. So when I started drinking, it didn't seem abnormal. Then I got involved with an alcoholic man, and it just grew from there. It didn't seem abnormal. I didn't realize there was something wrong. It's just that I just couldn't give up. I'd try. I'd stop drinking for about 2 weeks, 3 weeks, even a month, but then I'll go back. There was something inside of me that would make me go back. Well, I did try to get help. I saw a psychiatrist because I had problems in my mind, and I spent money, thousands of pounds, getting help from people like tarot card readers and other people who would charge you £1,000 at a time to help, but nothing helped. My leg swelled up and it was very painful. I couldn't walk. Then I went to my GP and my GP sent me to the hospital straight away. When I got there, they did an X-ray and found out that I had blood clots in my leg and it was dangerous. I just wanted to stop drinking. They didn't connect alcohol with this problem I had, so they couldn't find out why, even though I had several tests, they couldn't find out why I had this problem. And I was very young at the time. It was an elderly person's problem. Well, my son invited me to come to a help center. And when I came, things just started happening. It didn't all the problems I have didn't go away at once, but bit by bit, one by one, all the problems I came with started leaving. It took about 6 weeks. I used to come to the help center and then go to the pub. And then it was brought to my attention that that was wrong, so I stopped. I've never gone back, and that's 20 years ago. Well, it depends on the person. If the person wants help, and if they're coming to the help center, it means that they need help and they want help. So yes, it can happen to anyone. You have to use your faith. And faith that I found, it's doing what you're supposed to do. Yes, exercising your faith means to do what you're supposed to do, what you need to do to change things. Well, I came to the help center and they taught me what I needed to do so that God could help me. I followed the instructions they gave and it really did help me. I no longer have an alcohol problem. I'm no longer aggressive. Deep inside, I'm happy, truly happy. The smile on my face comes from really being happy on the inside. I have a very good relationship with my son and my family. And my health is good also.
Great news, Pastor Raymond, great news.
This news might bring light to our eyes, make us feel happy. We rejoice when we see things like this.
It's impossible for you to say, I can't change my life. Yes, you can. From a life of crime to a life of faith. This is the testimony that we are going to share with you tonight, our live guest. But we just saw some great news. And this news is the same for you. So no matter who you are right now, if you are suffering, if you have someone now at this moment that is going through a very difficult time and this person doesn't know what to do me a favor. Call him up and tell him, tune in now in Skype. Yes, watch my TV. Watch this program, Finding Answers. Tell him the channel and you can be sure that the prayer that we will do at the end of this program is going to help you overcome your problem, no matter what you're going through. If you want to enter in contact with us, if you want to give us a call, you can call us on 020-7686-6300. Don't forget, 020-7686-6300. Or if you prefer, we have been receiving some emails, and I thank you for you who has emailed us. And remember that you are in our prayers. You can email us at help@findinganswers.tv. This is the email address that you can share your story, you can share your problem, or you can even share your questions that we will be glad to answer you here on the show on Finding Answers. All right? So let's go for a break. And during this break time, please tell your friend, tell your neighbor, tell that person that is going through a very difficult time to come and join us in this program, because I believe that the life of Johnny is going to inspire you, inspire your family, inspire your friends. Okay? Let's go for a break. We come back with a live guest that will share his story, how from a life of crime to a life of faith, a life that has been changed. All right? Let's go for this break. We come back after. Welcome back to Finding Answers. And I was just telling you to go and invite your friends. I hope you invited, and now you are watching us because you were invited by someone. And I want to let you know this. We have a wonderful story here tonight, from a life of crime to a life of faith. Maybe you have been that kind of person that has been thinking that for you there is no way out. Maybe you are that kind of person that you have and you carry with you a burden which it says, I can't change my life. This is who I am, this is how I was brought up, and I think I will die the way I am, and my life will never change. Well, I want to share with you this story today because I believe that your life can change. When the power of God, when the power of faith, and I rephrase, not religion, not religious faith, intelligent faith, faith that reasons upon the Word of God. This faith brings result in your life. And we are here tonight with our live guest that is already seated with our friend Pastor Rema. Good evening, Pastor Rema.
Good evening, Pastor.
So let's go and interview our guest.
So, Ajani, good evening.
Good evening.
My friend, there are many people, we invite people to watch us that it seems as if there's no way out for them. Did you ever feel in your life that there was no way out for you?
Yes, for many years, in fact. So it all started off with when I was much younger in primary school.
As early as primary school?
Yeah. So I was being bullied by people in my school. I had academic problems. So for example, I had like special needs at that time. I was confused completely in terms of who I was at that time. So I wasn't confident in myself. I was always quiet, always by myself. I didn't like being around people at that time.
So, and then how did it start? Because your family background, did your family help you? Did they understand you? Did they try to help you? What was going on in your family? When you were bullied at school, you go home, did your family to support you? How was your family structure?
My family, we didn't have problems. There was no problems in the house, but the problem was with me because even though everyone else in my family, my siblings, they were all progressing and I'm the oldest. So it was hard for me to believe in myself and to see that why I'm a human, but why am I not progressing than other people are, the way people are. So with my family, they was always supporting me. Even though they knew that I had problems within my academics, they was always there helping me with this homework, showing me what to do each and every single day. Yeah, everything was fine within the family.
Yeah, but outside you had problems.
Yeah, and these problems, in fact, I didn't even tell my family. Like I've been bullied and everything. So even though I was being bullied, I was keeping it inside. And it was being all bottled up into anger as well. So I had anger for so many years as well.
How did you used to take out your anger?
With my anger, I would just not speak to anyone. There'll be times where my parents would say, "What's wrong?" I wouldn't say anything, or I would maybe just punch the wall. Just be closed completely.
So this went on from primary school
Yeah.
until
secondary school. Even secondary school, I've been bullied from time to time. My academic wasn't so great. I thought that once I get into secondary school, a change of environment, new people won't know who I was, but it still carried on. And at that time, I've never had a fight with anyone, but there was a time where someone bullied me, which I decided to want to fight, to pick up a chair and throw it at the person. But I got stopped. So, yeah.
Sorry, Pastor Rema, you were building a lot of anger inside of you. You said that sometimes you go home and you punch the wall.
Yes.
That was the way of you expressing your anger. What was it building up inside of you? What was your thoughts in that moment? Do you remember the time that you couldn't take a frustration in no one because you're keeping everything inside of you? What was going on in your head at the time?
That I wasn't getting any support. That it's like I was labeled that this person you have to bully, this person is this or that. But it didn't make sense for me. I was thinking, why am I living if people are bullying me? I should be able to have a normal life as everyone else. So I didn't understand why other people are living normal and not me.
You couldn't understand?
Yeah.
Because when you're looking at yourself, you're only having problems.
Yeah.
So when you got engaged in the secondary school,
yeah,
things didn't get better.
No.
They get worse.
They got worse.
How?
So after that, because people saw me as a weak target, later on people started to speak to me about fraud. So I got into fraud. At that time, I thought, okay, I'm seeing people getting money, they're getting the designers' clothes and other stuff. So I wanted to fit in because I didn't have much friends at that time. So I decided to join the fraud. So as I got into fraud, things got worse in terms of I was hungry for money in that time. No one didn't know, but only the friends that I had at the time. So after that, as I kept going into fraud,
I believe the friends that you had with you, they were doing the same thing, no?
Yeah, they're all doing the same thing.
That's why you had that kind of friends, right? Because you couldn't share your story with no one else, you know, right?
Yeah.
So you started getting involved in that kind of, it's like a gangs type life, or just?
At that time, in fact, in secondary school, within my area, I had people that knew me, but they didn't know I was getting bullied at that time. So I had a friend where he actually introduced me to some of the gang members in the area. And also, once I was hanging around with the gang, I knew someone as well, which was like a family member that was a part of them. So me being there, of course, in my mind, I knew that I couldn't handle this, to be in a gang. It's not for me, but I just wanted to be there just to have a sense of rep in terms of everyone will respect me more. So during that gang life, I didn't get into it 100%, but I would know the people, I would hang around with them time to time, see what they do. For example, giving drugs to people, getting money, to the point that I remember there was a time where there was a party, a street party, and the first time I encountered where there was a fight between two gangs, and there was another gang that was coming. So there were so many people that were outnumbered. So at that time I had to run, we all had to run because there were so many people. And from that day, I decided to just leave the gang life, to not be...
You're afraid of dying.
Yeah, at that time.
Everybody's afraid of dying, right?
Afraid of dying.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
So how did you on moving from there?
I just stopped hanging around with them. People did ask me, how come you don't hang around with us? But I just stopped. And in fact, there was another family member that used to be a part of the gang that actually told me to not be a part of it because he knew how I was and he didn't want me to be led on because he knew that something wrong, something bad can happen at that time. So I moved on, finished secondary school. As I finished secondary school, went to college. As I was in college, I still got involved within fraud, but this time, again, it was a family member that introduced me. So they asked me if I want to make quick money. I was like, yep, I'm sure. And they asked me, are you sure? Because he found out my age, that I was too young at that time. Then I said to him, I'm sure I want to do it. And then once I'd done it, there was a time where I got caught in terms of, I had a letter coming through the door saying that my bank account wouldn't work no more. I could be sent to court. I can go to prison for it. And they asked me to contact them as soon as possible. There was a time where they asked me to investigate. They wanted to investigate. And I said no. And I actually lied to them, saying many things in terms of I had the bank card, but I lost it, the PIN number was together and everything. But nothing changed. It was still the same thing. So after I went to this place of faith, and they helped me in terms of using my faith, but I still closed up. I didn't want to tell people.
You're always closed by yourself. You're not the kind of person that used to share your story.
Yeah.
You'd not show your emotions, right?
Yeah.
You'd keep your emotions within you.
Yeah.
That created any grudge inside you? Anything you had against someone, or?
Oh yeah, I had a grudge with the family member that showed me the way of fraud. It took many years to the point that family members, we all had problems with each other because of that problem. To the point that we wasn't speaking, to the point he was sending threats at me because my family found out and they was devastated. So from that time, we was about to fight. Many things happened. We were walking the street, we just walk past each other like we don't know each other.
You don't know each other?
Yeah.
Your own family.
Yeah, my own family.
And this is what happens with many people. Okay, Adriani, think about the worst moment of your life. What was the lowest point of your life before you found faith in God? Because today you are a different man, right? How old are you now?
24.
You're 24. So now you're not anymore that boy of secondary school that was got involved in frauds. I believe you overcame that.
Yeah.
And for you to overcome, something was needed. And we are going to talk about it in the next segment. So hold your thought, think about what was the worst moment of your life. Pastor Raymer, we have to address to this viewer, because sometimes they go through problems in their life and they don't know what to do.
They keep
everything inside. They do exactly what Adjani did. They keep everything inside. You know, it's like a time bomb. You know what's a time bomb, right?
Yeah, everything is bottled up inside, just waiting.
And there is a timer.
There's a time.
Yeah, there will be a time that it will...
Yeah, because the person cannot keep all of that inside. Look, it's either you are going to really let it out to get help, or you're going to let it out to destroy yourself. You know, there are people that they keep inside of them, like Ajani came and up, of course, the moment he opened up, it was to get help. But how many times, Pastor David, the person, you know, when they release that, it's a big destruction. It's like, you know, beyond repair.
Yeah.
Because there's
it's because when you have opportunity to change, for example, God is giving you tonight a chance, right?
Exactly.
God is giving you tonight a chance. God is giving you a family member. I've told you to go and tell your friends about the show, for them to sit and watch with us his story, because your life can change. My life changed, his life changed, people's life change when the power of faith comes in. And the same will happen to you, okay? Get tuned. We are going to go for a short break. When we come back, we're going to hear from Ajani what was his lowest point of his life and what he did to turn it around. If he did it, you know, a young man of 24 years old, the same thing can happen to you. Maybe now you're in your 30s, in your 40s, 50s, and you think, there's no more time for me. There is. There is. And we're going to prove that to you. Okay? Let's go for the break. We come back after. Welcome back to Finding Answers, and we are talking with Ajani here tonight with us, and he has been telling us, you know, he got involved in the life of crime, of fraud, and he did it because he wanted money, right, Ajani?
Yeah.
He did it because he wanted, you know, to be more noticed. He was a kind of man that was closed inside. And I asked him a question before we went to break. What was his lowest point? What was the hardest moment of his life? And he's going to let us know. But I want to invite you, you are watching us, don't forget you can send us an email at help@findinganswers.tv. In the last segment of this program, we'll be saying a prayer in your behalf. And I'll be glad to reply your email. I give you thanks for those who have emailed us already. And I believe that God is giving you guidance and direction in everything you do. Okay? So if you want, don't forget, help@findinganswers.tv. This is the email address. Or if you prefer, give us a call, 020-7686-6300. All right? So, Ajani, what was the worst moment of your life? You know, the moment that you said, my God.
To be honest, it was when I had to make a decision in terms of my past, to forget about my past, to stop looking down on myself, because it was like every time I looked down on myself, more problems was added on. So once I came to this place of faith, I sought advice that was telling me a lot of things that you can overcome, because they themselves had a past before that was negative as well. So I started to believe people that was in the same similar situation with me, they overcame as well. So as I sought advice, they showed me to use my faith and also do the physical part as well, take actions. So I started to attend this place, started to do more stuff in terms of like, maybe there's a task that was set in this place to do. I was doing, so I started to get confidence slowly, speaking to people, doing many things each and every single day, and to the point that people was coming to me, telling me that you're changing, you're starting to speak, you're starting to get out of your comfort zone.
Yeah, because I know you, right?
Yeah.
I remember you from 4 years ago, no?
Yeah.
It's nearly 4 years ago.
Yeah.
When you were in Hackney, right?
Yeah.
You started what? Slowly that time? You were first time that time? How were you that time?
When I first started, I was still closed because, of course, I was new. So I was getting to know everyone, the environment, and everyone was very friendly there. Everyone was very friendly. And everyone was there to support me each and every single day. They would call me, say, how you doing? If there's any help or anything. And it made me feel loved, because outside, I didn't feel that love.
Just one, did you, for example, when people are showing you that they care, that they're interested to help you, calling you, were you that kind of person that would think, why they're calling me, is it too much, or did you just really accept? How was it? How was your reaction towards that? Because outside was one thing, inside was another thing. Yeah. How was your initial reaction?
Okay, at first, I was thinking, why everyone's calling me so much? It was annoying at first. There was times where I wouldn't want to pick up, to be honest, because I thought it was just too much. But then after I started to understand why they was calling people, because as we see, some people could be suicidal, but they need someone to speak to. Yeah. So even myself, I was suicidal also as well. So them speaking to me, it even made me to be even more confident to trust them.
Yeah. Because, you know, Pastor Dave, when we come on the TV and we say to people, your life can change. Let's go. Pick up the phone. Send your questions. Send your email. You know, speak to us. Maybe you are there thinking, but what these people want with me? What they're going to get? What they're going to get out of me? You know, and I'm sure many people, this is it, because they are used to people being selfish. You know, it's like sometimes when people show love, when people show interest, like some people draw back. What is this? What this person really want? My dear friend, we are here to help you, because one day we receive help. Ajani came here tonight to share his story because, you see, somebody one day showed him help. And today we are here to give you the same thing to you. You don't have to, you know, withdraw yourself, hide, or think funny or think strange. We want to help you just as we are helped.
Yeah, and today your life is different, right?
Yeah.
Jenny, you are working at the moment.
Yes.
You don't have grudge inside of you?
No.
You were able to forgive that family member?
Yeah.
How did you do all that?
I had to really just open up and speak because I never used to speak. So when you don't speak, things are going to be kept inside for a long time. So even in the place of faith, I opened up to them, tell them how I was feeling, the problems that I was facing. And then one by one, from time to time, things was getting better. Of course, it didn't happen overnight, but it was a step that I was taken each time. So with the grudges, I stopped. So my family members now, we speak. We're fine. Even in fact, my parents, they was at their house the other day speaking. I say hello to them. We speak, no problem. We even forgot everything. So yeah, and I don't have grudges. I have peace. I have joy.
Do you still want a life of crime or fraud?
No. I overcame that as well in terms of fraud. Because at that time I was blacklisted. I'm not blacklisted no more. Working, everything's getting better. Of course, there will be always problems that you have to face to overcome, which I don't hold back. I always have to fight, because if I don't fight, the problems will still come and it will become more bigger. Yeah.
But today you are a fighter, you are an overcomer.
Yeah.
You're a changed man.
I'm a changed man.
Thank you very much for your presence in the show, and I believe that your testimony helped so many who are watching us at home. Ne, Pastor Raymond?
For sure.
Do you see, there is God give us a power of redemption. He helps us to change. And He doesn't look back to our past. So it doesn't matter what's the past of this person that's watching us. If she believes, everything can change.
All the person have to do is take the opportunity, my friend. God gives us opportunity. Tonight is one opportunity that you are receiving. Maybe you have received many. Like Pastor David said, we cannot go back and change the past. If you wasted opportunity before, it's past. Today is another one. So grab this one. We're going to be praying for you. If you want, you can call us, send us your name, the name of your family member. We're going to be praying at the foot of the cross. But one thing I know is that by faith, everything is possible. Your life, your story can change.
Yes, Pastor Raymond, it's wonderful. And I want to remind this person that we are going to have our segment now called Your Questions. So if you have a question that you'd like for us to answer you, email us at help@findinganswers.tv, and we'll be glad to answer your question here on the show, because maybe your question can help many others who may have the same question and they need an answer. All right? Thank you very much, Jenny, for your presence here. May God bless you. May God keep you using you, and be strong and courageous. All right?
Yeah.
So, my friends, let's go now for our next segment, Your Questions.
So welcome to this section, our new section called Your Questions. Here, Pastor David, people can send us their questions and we have the pleasure to answer all of them according to our faith and our conviction, right?
Yeah, and faith is the most important thing. Remember that the base for our answers will be supported in faith in the Word of God. So let's see what's our question for tonight. We have two. So we are going to see here on the screen the first question that someone sent for us. All right? Let's see. What are some of the common mistakes you feel people who have faith make? This was Andrea from South on Sea. So it's the mistake is already on the question. If you see there very carefully, what are some of the common mistakes you feel? The problem with faith is that you can't use your feelings. The moment you start using your feelings, your emotions, it's not faith anymore, because you are moving by what you are feeling at the moment. Faith is an assurance. You know, it's like, for example, let me give you an example. If you go to sleep tonight and you lay yourself down on your bed to sleep, you have faith. You have faith that tomorrow morning you will be able to wake up, because you don't know that tonight can be your last night. But you have faith that you will not be the last night. That's why you go and you sleep. So you don't feel an emotion about that. You just do that naturally. It comes from within you. And many people, they have this common mistake that the common mistake they do is that they put feelings in everything.
Exactly.
Emotions.
When a person mix the feelings with if they're trying to get results by faith, because, Pastor David, there's people that they live their life normally.
Yeah.
And they have normal faith, like you said. There's the normal faith and there's the supernatural faith. Even the normal faith doesn't involve feeling. Imagine much more the supernatural.
That's it.
If you want to get results from faith in God, you cannot, because imagine a person go to work. They cannot get up and say, I don't feel like go to work. You're not going to succeed in your studies, in your work like that. If the person is going to school and they get up and say, I don't feel like going to school today.
Yeah. It's not a matter of feeling. It's a matter of faith. It's a natural faith.
They have to go. But imagine much more the word of God. If you say, I don't feel, I'm not feeling God, I'm not feeling this, I'm not feeling that. My dear friend, that's the biggest mistake. One of the biggest mistakes that people make, they try to include the feelings, and there's a big problem.
So basically, that's the biggest mistake of all. When you put your feelings into it instead of putting your reason, your intelligence. Faith in the Word of God makes us to know, take action. And every time you take action, you cannot take an action upon what you feel, but upon what you are sure. Remember, faith is the assurance of things that we hope for and the certainty of things that we have not seen. So even though I don't see it, I have faith in it. Okay? I hope I answered your question. And Pastor Rema, we have another question. Right?
Let's go and see the next question here.
Yes, let's see. It's from Richard, right? From Eastbourne.
Richard in Eastbourne. So, is it ever too late in life to start using one's faith? Well, as it says, in life, once you have life, Pastor Dave, there's a way out. So, it's never too late in life. Once you have life, there's a way.
Yeah.
So, it doesn't matter the age of the person, doesn't matter what you have been through, doesn't matter what is going on around, what you have done, what you have not done. Once you have life, once you are hearing us now, you're alive, there is a possibility, there is a chance. Of course, after death, there's no way to use faith.
Yeah, but I have heard many people saying, when I get older, I'll go and use my faith in God. You understand? Have you heard this expression?
Yeah, many people, they think, I need to enjoy myself, I need to do this, I need to do that.
And the basic problem is that, as we are saying, it's never too late in life to start using your faith. Why? Because faith is what helps us. Faith is what guides us, even when you don't see. Even when you don't see. Maybe you're not even aware that you are using your faith, for example, in your studies. Why do you study to become a doctor, lawyer? I don't know. Why do you study?
Because they believe.
Because you have faith. You have faith that by doing that studies, you're going to get your degree and you're going to get there. So it's never too late, right?
For sure. Once the person decides, especially now we're inviting people to send us there, we're going to be praying for them. Maybe the person is in a critical, we just spoke to a Johnny, right? Mm-hmm. A young man, he started using his faith really when he was in his teens, right? Maybe this person is listening to us now, maybe an elderly person, a parent already, you have your children, and your life has been a mess. Once you have life, you have the opportunity. You can start. You can start putting your faith into practice, exactly like what we are going to be doing soon when we are going to be praying at the foot of the cross. And you are doing that already because you are with us now.
Yeah.
This program is a program of faith.
It's true. And as we had told you, we've invited you to watch this program because we believe that wherever you are right now, God will touch you and He will help you to overcome. Okay? Do you believe? So prepare yourself because we are going to do the prayer in the next segment of this show, determining that God is going to bless you. If you have a relative, a family member, someone that's now in need of a prayer because this person doesn't know what else to do, invite them to join us for the moment of prayer in the next segment. Let's go for a break. We come back after. Welcome back to your program, Finding Answers, and we are getting ready for the moment of prayer. But Pastor Raymer, when we hear a testimony like a Johnny, I was thinking, If he didn't find God in his life, what would he become? Because he was involved already in fraud. Was involved in crime, was already having suicidal thoughts, was a man that was already closed with himself. Where would his life would have been at this moment?
Oh, Pastor David, this bomb would explode somewhere. Yeah. Somewhere along the line, it would explode.
Yeah, it's true.
And these are the stories that we hear about in society. Sometimes people say, but where did that thing come from? Where did that person come from? Sometimes on the news, the headlines. And people don't understand that it started from somewhere. It started somewhere and the thing didn't get resolved, the issues didn't get resolved, and then that's when the thing goes off. Yeah. But you see, thank God he managed to find faith, he was able to get help, and today he's able to inspire others.
He made a choice. Because, for example, I want to call your attention, you are watching me now, you have an opportunity to choose. I can't choose for you. I can only choose for myself. I can't choose for you. But you can make a choice. You can make a choice to come closer to God or to get away from God. You can choose to try and sort out your life your own way, and may God bless you if you want to do that. Or you can say to yourself, no, wait a second. If these people are testifying, they were able to receive help, receive prayers, receive guidance, direction, support, I can also receive the same. If you think like that, and you put your faith in God, you will be able to change your situation around. It doesn't matter what it is. Look at me, please. It doesn't matter what you go through. It doesn't matter your past. Maybe you are the worst person in the world. If you consider yourself the lowest, it doesn't matter, my friend. God can lift you up. You just have to trust him.
But right? Pastor David, God specializes in taking the people that are the lowest.
Yeah.
If you are the lowest, my friend, is even better. Because when your life changed, nobody's going to be able to doubt or question that it was God. It was really something that could not be done. It was really something supernatural. So even if you are the lowest, it's even better for you, because some people, Pastor, they listen to us and they think, I'm not so bad.
Yeah.
My friend, these not so bad people. Okay, you can try, you can do what you want. But those people that say, I don't know what else to do.
Yeah, that's the way. And you want to see? I'll prove to you. Let's watch one more testimony before we do our prayer in your behalf. If you have a friend, a neighbor, a colleague, someone that needs an urgent prayer, and you just tune in, you can also invite him to tune in Sky, in my TV, and you can be sure that we are going to be here praying for you and determining his victory. All right? Let's watch testimony. We come back praying here at the foot of the cross.
Well, the situation that I faced in my love life, which actually made me feel really guilty, when the person has made you feel all along that, no, it's your fault, it's your fault. So because this was being told to me by my ex-husband so many times, there were times when I was being blamed for his work, something that happened at work. I was being blamed for his grandmother dying. I was being blamed for everything. With everything else that was happening, I was also being beaten up. It was being drilled basically in my head that it was my fault. And I started to believe that it was my fault. Even the beating, I just thought, well, maybe I did something wrong. Did I answer back? Did I do something? Did I say something? I was there, I was, giving him the attention, cooking, cleaning, washing, everything basically. As far as I was concerned, I was doing my duty as a wife. I couldn't forgive myself. I was carrying the blame for so many years. And carrying guilt is such a heavy burden. It is such a heavy burden, to carry so much guilt inside of you for so many years. It made me feel bad, it made me feel worthless, it made me feel sad, it made me feel, am I this really horrible person? I started to attend all these meetings to do with love life. And I started talking to other people there that went through the same situation as I did, because as I was hearing what they went through, I started to think, but you didn't deserve that. So now, taking that for myself now, I started to think, well, neither did I. People started telling me, this is not your fault. And being in the therapy of love, being in the love talk, it helped me. It helped me to understand myself. It helped me to start, believing in myself and think, well, no, this was never your fault. It wasn't my fault that he was drinking. It wasn't my fault that he was beating me up. I didn't do anything for him to treat me in the way that he was treating me. From there, from everything that I was hearing and, what was being said in one of those like love talk meeting and the therapy of love, I started to heal within. I started to heal inside, where before I was really, my inside was just ripped, was just so wounded. Yeah, it made a lot of sense afterwards, yes. If someone was to ask me, Maria, are you ready now to go into another relationship? I've been ready a long time to move on.
Prepare now for the moment of prayer. If you would like us to make a prayer concerning your family and loved ones, send your name and prayer request to help@findinganswers.tv.
My God, in the name of the Lord Jesus Christ, this evening we started the program inviting people that are in a desperate situation to join us. We have people that have called to give us the names of their family member. People have called to request prayer. People have sent their email, their story. And my God, here at the foot of the cross, we present all of them. Those who have called, those who have not called, those that maybe they're still in a state of shock when they see this testimony and they're wondering, can this really be my life? Can my life really change like this? But here we are, my God, at the foot of the cross, presenting them to you. Presenting everything that this person has done. Presenting their past, presenting their present, and presenting their future. There are people that maybe society don't give them another chance. Family members don't give them a chance. Or those who would like to help them, they're completely helpless. They're powerless. They wish them well, but all they get is just wishes. No, my God, here we present their life to you, the life of people, to someone that can really help, someone that can really make a difference, because it is written in your word. You said, call upon me in the day of trouble and you will deliver them. So that is what we are doing now, my God, calling upon you for you to deliver this person from the life of crime, from the life of drugs, from the life of violence, from the life of depression, from the life of sickness, from the suicidal thoughts, from whatever is holding them down. Deliver this person, my God, that comes before you seeking for help. And I'm sure, my God, just as the testimony of Ajan is glorifying you, they are going to glorify you as well. It's going to be another life that is going to be able to be saved. So I minister the blessing. I minister life to this family, this person that was facing divorce. This person that never thought one day that they would get married to face divorce, but now they are facing divorce, and this man don't want to lose his family. This woman don't want to lose, my God, this marriage. So, my God, intervene in this situation and make a difference in their life. In the name of the Lord Jesus Christ, I ask you, and I give you thanks already in advance, because I'm sure that you are hearing and that you are answering this prayer. In Jesus Christ's name, amen.
Amen. We have come to an end of our program. And Pastor Raymond, what's your final considerations?
Well, this person just needs to receive and take action based on the faith that they have.
So if you have this faith in you and you believe in God, don't give up. I'm telling you, believe, because God is with you. May God bless you. See you next time in our program, Finding Answers.
This program is brought to you by UCKG.